Welcome to the Ghosted Hour podcast. This is episode 1.
We are three ladies dishing out on crime, paranormal, and unsolved mysteries.
I'm Dani A.
I'm Dani T.
And I'm Caitlin.
And this is Ghosted.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Great. Okay.
Cheers with my Zaxby's cup. Not sponsored.
Heck yeah.
We don't know whose chicken this is.
It's so strong. Hold on. This is gonna taste. This is Diet Coke with peach vibe Celsius and tequila. What a mixture.
Let's do.
So, since this is our first episode, I guess we're going to start out with a few introductions. We decided to go oldest to youngest, and surprisingly enough for me, I am the oldest here. I'm always the youngest in my friend group, so I don't know why I'm the oldest. I am the oldest. I'm 25 years old. My name is Dani A. Yes, there is two of us, so if you get confused, I'm A. Because I live in Arizona. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I came out here for college. I studied as a dance major, nutritional science major, and microbiology. And yeah, graduated, bought a house, got married to my husband. I know they're rolling their eyes right now. Yes, I am a lesbian who is married to a man currently. They make that joke all the time, so get used to it, I guess. And then I have a kid. I have a daughter. She is 1.5 years old now. And what else about me? Oh, I'm a dance teacher and a professional dancer. Real dance, not exotic dance. I always have to clarify that. Like I do like ballet, jazz, tap, hip hop, like acro. I do all that stuff. Cool. And I have a profound love for crocheting, and I am opening up my own Etsy business soon. So very excited about that. So yeah, that's me. Again, my name is Dani A. Next up.
Hey y'all, I'm Dani T because I live in Tennessee. I'm 23 years old and I'm a mother of 2. I'm recently engaged and I have a degree in health science, but I decided to paint my face instead for a living.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I am 20 years old, turning 21 next month.
Woo!
I am a lesbian that slices meat for a living in a deli. I also paint my face and my chest and anywhere else you would want to be painted. I am also on a weight loss journey right now. So far, I have lost, I'm pretty sure, 15 to 20 pounds.
Yes, girl.
So far, since I started in January. So I'm on that right now. And yeah, that's pretty much me. I also love horror.
And horrors.
Anything horror.
And horrors. I love horror and horrors.
I love them.
You're in cosmetology school?
I am in cosmetology school. I've been in it for the past 3 years because I am mentally unstable and I can't keep track of anything.
Oh, the other thing is that all three of us have matching tattoos. We have matching tattoos. I can't show mine. Wait, maybe I can. Let me see. I'll see if I can. We have matching tattoos. Mine's just right here instead.
We also have matching bracelets, but I'm the only one that actually wears a bracelet. So
mine. So for episode 1, we decided to start out with our paranormal part of our podcast. We talk about a lot of things on this podcast, but one of the things that we really love to talk about is the paranormal. So me and Dani T live streamed us on Twitch watching and reacting to the Conjuring series. You can also check out, I think part 1 is up right now on Dani's YouTube channel. So go check that out. She'll probably link that. But yeah, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the Conjuring series from Sam and Colby, because sadly, there has been rumors spreading that Cody and Satori are frauds. That people have been trying to debunk what Cody and Satori did for a very long time because of how insane it was. Yeah, and people are saying that it had something to do with a hammer toe. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is what
Something.
I saw. So the story is allegedly that Josh from Exploring with Josh, which is one of Sam and Colby's friends, they sent a video they filmed with Cody and Satori back in 2019. And what this leaked footage has in it is Cody and Satori were filmed from the other angle of the normal angle that they are filmed from. And Josh zoomed in, and you can see Cody picking up his foot and laying it back down as the pop is happening. So they're saying he was joint popping or using the hammer toe method or something like that. So that is the clip that we saw on TikTok. And I'll throw that
Excellent.
clip in.
So the thing with that clip is that I don't understand because of here's my thing. So I am very much like in between right now because I also have really bad cracking toes because I'm a dancer. Me and Dani are both dancers. Dani is a retired dancer.
Corner.
Former dancer, and I can tell you right now, my parents all the time told me that they could tell whenever I was walking around the house because they could hear my toes cracking just like constantly.
My
And
ankles crack.
exactly. And I don't think that it sounds the same. And then I watched a video on someone cracking their toe because they have the hammer toe, and it also didn't sound 100% the same. It sounds similar, but not 100% the same. But also, like, I know that people's cracking joints sound different. We all know that.
Yeah.
But I remember in the first video of the Conjuring series, Sam and Colby literally said that they could feel the vibrations on the ground.
Yep.
And one of the things about Sam and Colby is that they said that they also were unaware of this being a possibility, which is why they tried to debunk it so harshly with like shoes and stuff like that. But Dani, go on about how you thought they should debunk it because you had some really good thoughts about what they should do to try and like show that it is real. Go for it.
So what my idea was is that if they were to sit like crisscross applesauce on the floor where their feet aren't flat on the floor, like if they were to sit on a bed or a chair, just crisscross applesauce and like hold hands, then theoretically it should still work because all they said they had to do was hold like wrists. If they sat down, it would show people like this is not fake. If they just sat down and their feet like not touching the ground, but their feet are always touching the ground. And then Satori was saying stuff about her feet and not wanting to show them. But in the clip with Exploring with Josh, she's literally wearing sandals. She's wearing flip flops or sandals. Like, you already showed your whole feet. What's the problem in showing them off now? Yeah,
I
that's my
know. That's
thing.
what
Yeah.
and then you said that he was wearing shoes,
He
right?
was wearing tennis shoes. So that's like why they're
Mhm.
saying that maybe he was doing the joint popping and hammer toe and she's just in on it, is what they say right now.
Is the theory.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
it's like maybe he's doing the cracking and she knows, but she's just going along with it. That's the theory right now.
See, but in Sam and Colby's videos, whenever you do hear the tapping and everything, you can hear the different ranges in volume, especially in, I think it was episode 3 when they went down to the basement. And you could
You can hear it
hear it
on the
on like the wall. It was
it's
like
a
on the
different
wall.
pitch.
Yeah, it's like
I'm in the well room. Hi. Ooh, you're loud. Can you come over here? Can you? You just want to stay over here? Do you want to answer questions? Okay.
Oh.
What do we do now? G-H-I-A-B-C. Hitting the wall. A-B-C.
someone like literally banging on a wall.
And it sounds like you're hitting stone. Like it doesn't sound like the wood upstairs.
What
And
I
the
thought
other
was really
thing
crazy was how you could hear it coming up and down the stairs.
I was just about to
Exactly.
say that, like, you can hear it
Exactly.
entering the room, so how can you control the cracking of your toe to be low enough to then come up in volume? Unless you have some crazy ability to control the cracking of your feet, like, I know that I've never heard of that happening, but also, like, with hammer toe, here's the thing, and I have, like, really bad cracking feet, like I said. Once that crack is cracked a certain amount of times and it's warmed up, it doesn't pop at all anymore. Like it stops after a while. Once you've like cracked your foot and you've warmed up your joints a lot, it's not going to crack anymore. So the fact that they sat down and had like an hour and a half long session and he kept cracking his toe for that whole hour and a half session is fascinating to me if that is what is going on. And then the other thing that annoys me is how they said that there was so much information that was shared to the point where they couldn't even share it in their videos, like of their videographer, of their producer, and stuff like that. That
Yeah.
was shared, and they were like, no one knows that stuff about me, and stuff like that. Like his producer was like, I'm not a public figure. No one even knows that I work for you. Like, how did they know like what that was? Which again, you could say like of course they probably had to put their producer's name on the like form when they signed up for it. So they probably had to
Yeah.
like have conversations. So Cody and Satori probably knew who he was. But that's also still hard to like look up
They would have had to do
that
some
type of stuff.
digging for somebody
I
that wasn't on
know,
social
there's some
media.
But
digging.
also with the guests that all the guests that came in, they did the method for them. Like with Amanda, Lorraine, and Bella. I really doubt that they knew that they were really going to be there. But you did say that they did have to sign a form to even
They
be there.
probably did. And
Yeah,
then
there's this one
yeah.
clip where they had a waiver, so they could have knew that they were gonna be there. I don't know, because there was a podcast where Sam and Colby said that they didn't even know that Cody and Satori were gonna be there. They didn't know about their abilities and stuff, and they said it just kinda happened on accident and that they just happened to be there on the day that they were filming this episode. Like it was just random.
And also like the other thing is about how they were very specific about how they're like, we don't want fame, we don't want this. Again, that could be like a ruse. But um when Amanda was there, she wrote down a lot of the things that they also said. Then again, that could be her as a medium knowing the history and them as tour guides knowing the history of the house. But it's still so crazy. And my thing is that the thing that breaks my heart is that I wanna believe it so badly, like, I wanna believe that it's real, that wasn't a hammer toe because of I cried at the messages that, like,
Yes.
Abigail was giving when she
Yes.
gave the message about, like, when they asked, "What do you want everyone to know about the other side?" And then she said, "It's good," and then they were like, "We're okay." Like, all of us are still here, we can visit when we please and stuff like that, because I know that I've had people pass away in my life, I'm pretty sure that you guys have as well, and it, like,
Yeah.
actually, like, really hit me hard to hear that those people are okay.
Yeah, it just gives you comfort in knowing that there's something else, and if it was fake, that would just be wild for them to do that to millions of people. And
Yeah.
also, if Tori is going along with it, that would be wild, especially
That
since
would
her
Yeah.
dad is, like, so famous for ghost hunting.
he
It would discredit all of his work along
I
with
was about to say,
theirs.
he's a very famous, ghost hunter. He was the main guy on Ghost Hunters on the TV show, I believe. Was he the
Yeah.
main guy?
Um.
He was on it, that's all I know. All I know is that
Yeah.
he's one of the guys of it. He's one of them. I was more of a Ghost Adventures girly, not a Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
There was also a clip in the video of Josh exploring with Josh, and you can see Cody kind of like lifting up his legs, like up and down, and rolling his ankles and like recharging them. And it's crazy because he doesn't do that now in the Sam
Oh.
and Colby videos. He just does it back then. And they think that he was like preparing himself so he could do longer sessions, like the hour-long readings that they're doing with Abigail. Because it probably hurts after a long period of time doing it. So they
Yeah.
think he's like conditioning for it, like training to make himself go longer without it hurting.
Crazy. The thing that I thought is that I was like, well, if they have this method, the other thing that, like, when I was watching it, and I think I even said this in one of our videos when we were recording, is that I said, I'm wondering if there's other people out there that have done this before and also have this ability. So I was waiting for these other people to like come out on social media and be like, oh my gosh, we can do this too. Like at least one more couple to come out and say that
Yeah.
they also have experienced this. And then the other weird thing that happened is that as soon as I guess the news broke that it was like debunked, quote unquote, like it was possibly debunked,
They
Cody and Satori,
disappeared.
yeah, they haven't posted anything. They literally got off social media. So I don't know if that was them getting off of social media because they don't want to face it, or them getting off of social media because they're just like, I'm gonna ignore that.
That's my dog.
Okay, thank God.
It's Gizmo.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah,
But
it's Gizmo.
literally.
My house is
But
haunted, by the way.
honestly,
Like,
like
it's one
they
house.
they posted their engagement and then just like disappeared. So it's like,
Yeah, Sam and Colby said in another podcast, like they didn't want to speak for them, but they said it was probably because like they wanted everything to come natural and them do the method naturally for people that they came across, but everybody was like, do this for me, come to the Conjuring house. So they think that's why they kind of like
oh
backed off,
yeah.
like into the shadows.
But say because they don't do tours anymore, they just like work there as like groundskeepers, right? They're just like people who stay on the grounds and watch the house. Also, like having that job to like live at the Conjuring house.
I would
What?
love it. I would
What?
love it.
Caitlin, child.
Levitate me in the air and throw me across the room.
That is exactly what Sam said.
In terms of like, I want to believe this more than anything, so I'll just do above and beyond to like force it down.
He wants to levitate.
I want to levitate. I want to get
That's
a
your goal?
spirit to punch me
That's
in
the
the
goal.
face. Like,
What?
Honestly, do it.
I'm going
That
to.
sounds kinky.
That was there and she had her notepad. She was writing down words before she was writing down the words before they were even spelling it out. Way before they even spelled it out. She was even showing Sam like
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Man. There's a man here too.
Oh, fuck.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
There was this girl on TikTok talking about Amanda and a lot of other people talking about Amanda too, but they were trying to debunk Amanda and say that she was writing down the words after they were saying them. And I can't remember, but I thought that she was writing them down before.
no, she
She wrote
them
them
before.
before.
She wrote them way before.
Apparently, she says that she has a clip of Amanda writing them down after Abigail is saying the letters, but I don't know. I thought it was before too.
I thought
No,
they were
she wrote them
before.
before, and then once they start spelling it out, then that's when she showed Sam, like, I already written this.
Like she wrote down the word and she was probably still writing at the same time, but she showed the
Exactly.
word prior.
And also, leave Amanda alone. She didn't do nothing, you guys.
I mean, but people are always trying to debunk like mediums and stuff like that. I really do think that this is just like a bunch of people who are like trying to get clout by like, you know, trying to debunk these things.
Yeah, but it's also another thing for one of their really close friends to come out on a podcast
Yeah.
and say that they got taken advantage of.
Yeah, but that kind
Yeah.
of really like sent it overboard.
Yeah, like
And
I
like
didn't even
that,
know it was being debunked again until I saw Chris's TikTok and I was like, wait, what?
I know. That's the thing. So here's my thing is like I love Call Me Chris. I love Call Me Chris. She is amazing. She's so sweet. She's just I think she's a very genuine person. I know there's people out there who would disagree, but I really do think that she is a genuine person, just funny and just being her. She's just being herself. And that really breaks my heart that she literally came out on a podcast like confirming that it was debunked almost, it seemed.
That the big one that fucking catapult. That was insane watching
Oh,
that
yeah.
big
Yeah.
3 or 4 episodes. It was like, holy shit, Sav had me watch that
The
series.
most recent one, like The Conjuring, or
Yeah,
which?
the Conjuring
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
And watching that level because
Oh yeah.
it went ape shit.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, and I feel bad for them in that way because they
Same.
got taken advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're really into it, and like when we're all together, like 90% of the stuff doesn't make it in because it's all whatever.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a door,
Yeah.
whatever wind or something like that. But yeah, these people are just like, I don't know.
Was that the like
Is it-
scandal that they?
Yeah, they were like the knocking stuff,
The
which was
toe.
used.
The hammer toe, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was used by like
The old
people in,
hunchback's got the hammer toe.
1800s.
Follow me.
Yeah, but
It's so scary.
It's yeah, no, they were like really affected by that, and then when all this stuff happened, I was like, ah, shit, that sucks.
Quasimodo.
But yeah,
I was
It's just
hoping.
like-
I was like, oh, because that first episode, you're like, oh,
And it just came out of like nowhere too. Like, of course, as soon as it comes out, everybody's gonna be trying to like debunk it.
Yeah.
But it being so far back now, it was just kind of crazy for Chris to just now speak out about
Yeah, I
it
didn't even
and put this
realize.
on a podcast. Like, where did that come
I didn't even
from?
think that it had gotten debunked. Like I was sure that there were people who were trying to, but I didn't think it was like the debunking was overpowering the amount of people who loved the videos. But apparently it's pretty equal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Chris, why? Why'd you just come out and try and do that? I'm wondering. So here's the thing is that, like, of course, we don't know the things that go on behind the scenes and stuff like that. We can never really judge social media people because we don't know what goes on behind their lives. Like, we know a fraction of what they do. And my question right now is what was Sam and Colby's reaction to her saying that?
Yeah, I wonder if they like talked about it prior because it's just like her coming out and saying it on a podcast and then Josh sending a clip that nobody's ever seen to have it exposed by another YouTube channel when nobody has spoken out about it. Sam and Colby haven't spoken out about it and it's on their channel that affected millions of
Yeah, because
people.
he had never posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a weird thing that nobody's talking about it besides people that weren't even directly involved. And not even Cody and Satori are talking about it. Like Sam and Colby are the ones that put
Yeah.
it out
And
to
Sam and Colby
tens
also,
of
like,
millions of people. Like, hello, shouldn't you be talking about it? I don't know.
Sam and Colby also haven't made like a statement, really. Like they just whenever they're questioned about it, they say like a brief thing about it, but they don't say much about it. So I don't know if that leads me to believe that they don't want to get involved or that they believe that it is still real. Like they don't think it's actually debunked. But I don't I'm pretty positive that when they filmed it the first time, they were probably like, that's why they tried to debunk it so much is because they were like, people are going to say it. This is not real.
Well, even
Like people are going to say it.
they did make a video on their React channel talking about the method and everything and how they wanted to do it again with Cody and Satori, but they declined it. For what reason? Don't know.
Yeah, this was like right whenever the series ended and everybody was like, do it
Yeah.
this way, do it this way, do it this way. And
Yeah.
they were like, we tried to ask them to do it again, but they have no interest in it. It's kind of just like, if you believe, you believe. And if you don't, you don't.
It's
That's
like
the other thing is that
they're
I'm like, you
iffy.
believe, you believe.
They're iffy on it.
Yeah.
Do they still really truly believe that what they saw happened? Yes. But
does say.
now with everybody coming up with ideas and all these rumors, it's kind of, I guess, mind-boggling their heads now.
Yeah.
Because Call Me
It's
Chris never said like what she saw that made her think that it was like the hammer toe. So I wonder what it is that she saw that made her think like that.
no, she
No,
just
she
she just said that she had heard about it. And she
Yeah,
said
so
that's
it
just
makes
really
me
horrible
wonder
that they
if
got taken advantage of.
like it makes me wonder if her and Josh had talked about it prior and if they just both
Yeah.
thought it was fake. I don't know.
Oh
but
yeah,
also
definitely.
Chris and Selena were talking about it on, I think, their podcast. I think they have a podcast or a video.
Oh yes, I did see that clip. I saw that
Yeah.
one too. And Selena didn't directly say that she doesn't believe. It was Chris that said like that they got taken advantage of. So I don't know if there's like discrepancy there or if they're trying to not get involved in drama maybe or something.
It's actually really crazy that Sam and Colby haven't even been asked about it on a podcast, but Call Me Chris has. Like,
Yeah.
not even the people that actually
Yeah, because
experienced
everyone
it.
else, their friends have been asked about it, but they haven't
Yeah,
directly
the
been
two
asked
people
about it.
that
It's
put it
like
out into the
Yeah.
world for millions of people to see, and they haven't been asked about it yet.
It was in
It's crazy. Yeah, it
theaters.
was in theaters around the world.
here's the I'm wondering if when you do an interview, when like celebrities do an interview, there's normally like a pre-interview. There's like you go through what questions are probably going to be asked or like do's and don'ts, I guess you could say. So maybe Sam and Colby have said directly whenever people are trying to interview them, they say you cannot talk about you cannot talk about Cody and Satori. Because that could be a thing, but also like I feel like a lot of the interviews would be mainly about that. So that's what everyone wants to know. So I don't know if people would stay away from that if that was a condition. But also,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like everybody's gonna want to talk about that because that's one of the biggest things that
it
happened to
was
them in their
huge.
career. It's significant, so everybody's gonna want to ask about it.
I'm wondering because they did say that they were going to be posting only once a month now, which I completely get. Like them trying to post once a week about a haunted place. There's only so many haunted places that you can go to that would give you a good video. That's so insane. But I'm wondering if the once a month thing was also to kind of back out of the light for a little bit.
They're like, "See ya, I'm not taking any part in this."
Yeah, get down to the shadows, but like when they post a video, it gets good views. Because, dude, I can't even imagine the piles of money that they got from the Conjuring series.
Oh, I
Like,
could believe it.
my God.
I
Oh
could
yeah,
believe
just the
it.
first episode already has like 17 million views, and I think put them all together, it's like 90 million combined.
Let me see what's
It's
actually
like
up now.
crazy now.
And in theaters, and it was Hell Week, so they got a bunch of stuff on their page and everything like that. The merch was also on sale. They got put in Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they were putting another storefront too, but I can't remember what it was called.
that was Hot
Oh,
Topic.
that their
Yeah.
merch is in.
Yeah. Their stuff is still in Hot Topic. Like it's insane. Like the amount of stuff that they made off of that series and also like the hype around that series too. Like everyone was so excited when they announced that they got 10 million followers. They got 10 million subscribers, which also is an astronomical number. And so they were like 10 million subscribers, so they decided to do this series. And that's insane. These guys are literally 26 years old. They're a year older than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even more crazy
And
to think that the biggest series in their career that put them in movie theaters apparently happened on accident, and they just happened to bump into Cody and Satori when they're filming this series, and they
the
happen
thing is
to
that
have this
so
skill that nobody has
the
ever
woman,
seen.
the
Iffy.
woman who's there, so the woman that bought it, the company that bought it.
I'm upset about
Remember,
that.
here's the thing is that it used to be a local person who owned the property. It just recently was bought by like a corporation, by like a business. and then they turned it into a business and they revamped it and everything like that. Whereas originally it was people who bought the house to live in it, and they just turned it into an attraction because of the things that were going on, and they were refusing to live in it. And that's what's so insane to me, is that so they definitely turned it into an attraction. So I have a feeling that the woman who owns it, that she like put them in that position. She made sure that they were there on the day that Sam and Colby were there because she knew what they were capable of. So I don't know if it was Cody and Satori that were the ones that requested to be there when Sam and Colby were there. I think it was the owner who said, "Oh, you guys know how to do this crazy thing. Let's bring you in here."
Yeah, she like masterminded the whole thing.
Cuz
Crazy.
can you imagine the amount of sales that the Conjuring house got after that series? Because after episode 2, it was episode 2, I went onto the Conjuring website and I went to go and check to see if they have any openings, and they were booked for the next 6 months. And I've looked Exactly. And I looked at the Conjuring house like months prior, just out of curiosity. I think I was watching their first series or something, and I was just out of curiosity. I was looking at like, how much is it to stay at the Conjuring house? And they had openings like pretty frequently for tour people to come, for people to stay overnight. Like they had frequent like openings. Whereas as soon as the second video came out, it was 6 months in advance booked completely. So that seems to me like a business move that the owner made to make sure that those two people were there.
See,
Which
I
sucks.
I freaking hate that the new people that actually bought it. I don't like it because
I didn't like her either.
But here's the thing. They've made social media accounts for the Conjured House, even on TikTok. But Cody, Satori, and the woman that bought it, they've been making joke videos about the Conjuring House. So I truly don't think they realize the actual real meaning behind that house. I think they truly just bought it out of spite and just want to make money off of it.
What do you mean you're making joke videos? I don't check out that stuff, so I didn't know.
Like making like fun of like you remember how they had the Annabelle doll?
Yeah.
Like they were using it, like making it like joke. Like I gotta say,
Oh, they were like pulling it
puppeteering
by a
it.
string and making it act like it was tagging Cody behind the couch. and
yeah,
stuff like that.
That's so weird. Interesting. Because I know in the video, they tried to paint the Conjuring house to be not as bad as everyone thinks it is. But also, like, the pair and family spent their livelihood trying to tell people how bad it actually was.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make it better and rewrite it, but like
Which
in a
is
very
also
weird way.
like, why are you trying to make it positive?
Like
trying
what's
to
that-
make more people come. I
what's
just
that-
realized that because
what's that
people when
one word?
they're not scared, they'll go.
They used one word for the ghost in the basement, trying to make it seem like it's not that bad in the basement. Like there's not an evil spirit in the basement.
Trickster.
Oh my god, trickster!
It's a trickster spirit.
You really think it's gonna be a trickster spirit in the Conjured house? Really?
They say that the entity that was inside the parent's mother, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but what is her name? Oh my gosh, I just lost it. But the entity that was in the mother that possessed her apparently is no longer there, and they said technically wasn't even a part of the house. It was something from around the grounds, which I mean, yeah, which I mean, I can see that happening, but also like, what? Like, why are we trying to debunk this so hard, or why are we trying to make it more of a money grab than anything? Like, I really enjoyed the first few episodes that they had at the Conjuring house because of the family that did own it. They were super sweet, super chill, super realistic, super blunt. Like,
Yep.
it
Very
seemed
blunt.
very real. Whereas they had, like, you know, their work shirts on. They had like Conjuring House embroidered on their shirt, and they were all like dressed in work clothes. I was like, can we just like it's a house. It's not like it's an amusement park.
Yeah.
It's a
And can
haunted
we
house.
talk about how she was literally on the couch with Sam and Colby whenever they were watching Cody and Satori first do the method, and she had her phone out, like, look at this, watch this, like on her phone videoing it the
She has
whole
her
time.
phone up the
Hey,
whole
just here, look
time.
at this, watch this. It's like, leave them alone and let them experience it for themselves. Like, it's so annoying.
Like, go in another room.
C D E F G H I J K L M.
I'm
Like,
wondering.
just let them experience it for themselves.
I have a feeling that this was going on, and I don't know if there's proof of this, but I have a feeling that she was live streaming it.
That's what I was thinking too, because I know the
Yeah.
previous owner, I was pretty sure I came across videos of her live streaming a while back, but she would use like the dowsing rod.
Yes. Yeah.
But I don't know if they go live now. And if they do, I wonder if they go live with Cody and Satori as well.
I'm wondering if also did she post that video anywhere? Was she using it for like ads? Was she using it to like to promote, because also like Sam and Colby were there, so I'm wondering if she was filming Sam and Colby being like, look at who's here, oh my gosh. Like, did anyone check like their Instagram page or their TikTok or something like that prior to the videos being posted? Maybe did they post anything on their story? Were they actually using it for advertising?
Okay, I found one of their TikToks. We here at the Conjuring House are happy to finally be a part of TikTok. It allows us to show you the beauty of our haunted farmhouse in a fun way. We will be seeing you this summer. Check out some of our fun experiences and upcoming events at
I feel like
theconjuringhouse.com.
describing your haunted house where a woman was almost killed because of a entity that is in the house is just very wrong. Don't describe that as fun. Like,
no.
Like,
yes,
Andrea Perrin like was in tears talking about it to Cody and to Cody. Oh my god, to Sam and Colby. She was in tears talking to Sam and Colby over that Zoom call.
That actually broke.
She was like, "Don't trust anything in that house."
No,
Like,
it's just
she
fun.
hates that house. She hates that house. It nearly killed her mother and tormented them for what? They were there for like 8 years, I think it was, or 10 years. How long were they there?
I think it was 8 years.
I think it was 8 years. I was like, I don't think it reached double digits. I'm pretty sure it was single digits. And the thing is that for like the last few years that they owned the house, they didn't even live in the house because of how horrible it was. They were so terrified. And then they're here making it a fun attraction. I mean, it is fun. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. I mean, it's more like it's more like a thrilling. I would say it's more of a thriller, or it's a. I'm trying to think of another word other than fun is just it. Like, this woman actually like lived in this house and had a horrendous experience where she is like actually petrified of it. Like, there was a whole family that lived here and was terrified. What?
It's frustrating.
It is. I mean, like, Cody and Satori were really cool, and I loved them on the series. I thought they were super sweet and just like good people. But I will say that these things that are happening on the Conjuring page, I do think are more the ladies. I can't remember her name. I think it's her doing. And
1000%.
what?
1000%.
Yeah. Like, and that just so uncomfortable. I mean, I understand the fact that they haven't come out about anything, that Cody and Satori just haven't come out and like, you know, told people like this is real, blah blah blah, like try and prove it. My thing is that I think that even if you're being accused of this, even if you don't want to like prove it or something, you can just come out and just be like, hey, we've heard that people are trying to debunk this, and all we're gonna say is like, you can either believe it or you cannot believe it. We believe it's true, so that's just how it's gonna be.
Yep.
Like, just give a statement of
Yep.
something. Don't just like
Like something,
disappear.
because disappearing makes you look even more guilty than you
It
already are.
really does. It makes you look so guilty. And if you're trying to prove to the world that like this was all real, don't just like disappear.
But the one the the one post that Satori posted was when they got engaged.
Yes,
But that's it. They haven't posted anything since.
they literally haven't posted anything.
But they've been posting on their Instagram story about them going to conventions, and they don't want
So
the
they're
fame,
still
but you
out
want to go
there.
to conventions?
I think they were already going to conventions prior, because if you look at their
Exactly.
Instagram, they have been going to conventions prior to the Sam and Colby thing though, but I just don't know how big of a part they were at the conventions. That's another thing.
Wasn't there
Well, you also
actually
gotta
an
think.
option whenever you go to book the Conjuring house? Wasn't one of the options being able to have Cody and Satori there with you for your tour?
I'm pretty sure.
I think it might have. Let me
Yes,
see.
I'm pretty sure. Well, also just imagine they're going to conventions after Sam and Colby posted that video. They are going to have people lined up to see it for themselves. So you know damn well that they are going to be having people pay for it if they truly want to fucking, sorry for my language, if they truly want to see it or see it for themselves. I think it
Bro, you
is
can
one
have
of
your
those.
wedding there.
That
Special
is a
events,
dream.
weddings, partying, team building events, workshops, concurrent tours and investigations, overnight investigations with experienced ghost hunters and staff members. Okay. Private investigation events with staff members and a psychic or medium. A private gallery reading with medium, psychics, card readers, astrologers. What? And sensitively skilled and other sensitively skilled people to help us in our journey.
And you know they get the portion of that money because it's just like whenever you book a wedding photographer and they have a videographer in their package, they have to pay that videographer a portion of the money that they get paid. You know, it's just, you know that they're making some money if they're entered in the package for the Conjuring house. So I just don't understand how Satori says they don't do it for the
This
money
is
if they're
so
in the
crazy.
package of the Conjuring house and they're doing all these conventions. Like,
I'll go have my wedding in the woods.
Yes,
Over
on
the
the
bridge.
bridge.
On the bridge.
Do it on the bridge.
at night.
That's my life goal.
At night.
I'm fine with that. Let's do it. And if I don't get married, damn.
Oh my gosh. Are you a social media influencer, YouTube, or any other type of creator? If so, do you have under 15,000 followers or subscribers? If so, you can book under an overnight investigation, but you must notify us and sign our social media release contract. Are you a social media influencer, YouTuber, or another content creator? Do you have 15,000 or more followers/subscribers? If yes, you must book through this booking tab, especially for you, not the general overnight investigation schedule.
We should go to the Conjuring house and book the content creator package with my TikTok account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These opportunities are designed for you to explore the house overnight, investigate, and have a private experience. You will be allowed to prepare your content for your online streaming for your followers and subscribers, but you must have specific rules and conditions. So this is specifically for people who are famous. They have a page for that specifically. This is new because I did not see this last time.
I didn't say that either.
And I was on this not too long ago.
So they had to add that after the whole Sam and Colby thing. Had to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why 15,000. I'm surprised it's not higher.
15,000.
I'm surprised it's not higher. If you really think about it.
The owner's name is Jacqueline.
That explains a lot.
Wow, I love that literally the next person that they list is not just Cody, not just Satori, but Cody and Satori as their staff members. Oh, and a girl named Madison. Okay.
Who's Madison?
Yeah.
Cody and Satori are known as the paranormal couple.
Madison's the name that Cody gave to his hammer toe.
Oh my god.
Cody, Satori, and Madison.
Just imagine.
Wow.
Why? But that kind of pisses me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I don't know why.
That they list them as Cody and Satori and not just Cody and then Satori.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a brand now. They have to be Cody and Satori.
Oh yeah, it's trademarked.
Did they name their method Taps? Because on a banner at a convention I've seen in quotation marks they had Taps beside their name. It was like Cody and Satori Taps.
Yeah.
Oh, Taps is the Atlantic Paranormal. The Atlantic Paranormal Specialists. It's the company. It's the Ghost Hunters company. The Ghost Hunters are called Taps.
Oh, I thought that's what they had named their method.
No.
that's what. No,
No.
that's. I'm pretty sure they named their method Taps.
No, Taps is, I just saw it on their thing. It's the Atlantic Paranormal Specialists, I think, or starts with another S, I don't know. But yeah, Taps is the team that is on Ghost Hunters. Yeah.
Okay.
I will never forget. There was this. I actually watched Ghost Hunters very rarely when I was younger. I was very much, like I said, a Ghost Adventures girly. But I will never forget this one episode of Ghost Hunters, and they come into this house of this woman who has a son, and she was like, "This place is haunted. I swear, I need you guys to investigate and stuff like that." And they stay overnight, and they figure out, like, it was like the first episode of a ghost hunting show that they proved everything wrong. They said, "Nope, this place is not haunted. Your generator upstairs turns on at this time every single night. That's the tapping that you hear." And then how there was like a water leak in the attic that they kept hearing. And then also, like, one of their things, like, electricity wise, buzzes like above their son's room constantly, and that's the noises that he hears and the energy that he feels in the room. That apparently there was an electrical issue in the house. I will never forget that episode. Because now that's all I think about.
That's like how I'm never gonna stop thinking about how the light in the basement was on in one of the Conjuring episodes.
Oh my gosh, you did. You were like, "Pause, look at this." And we looked at it, and yeah, the light was on in the basement. They were like, "No one else is here."
Oh yeah, no one else is here, but the light in the basement is on, and I don't even think they went in the basement that episode, did they? I think it was that episode where they went in the basement, was it? I don't think it was.
No, they didn't. Can we talk about how heartbroken Colby was?
Yep.
When Sam went to the basement without him. I was so upset. I was like, "Oh my god."
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Sam was possessed when he went to the basement.
The first time that they showed it,
Totally thought he was possessed.
I think I remember when Dani and I were streaming it that Dani goes, "What is happening?" She's
I was like, why is he
"What
getting up?
doing?
Oh my goodness.
Why is he getting out
And
of
he just
bed?"
sat there.
Yeah.
Literally, like, just sat there.
He was sitting up straight, just staring at the wall, just like sitting
Oh my
there. It was so
gosh.
scary.
It's the fact that he went down there, though. It's the fact that he just went down there. And I mean, like, I was like, oh my gosh, he's going down there alone, and stuff like that. And then when it got brought up, I think it was the last episode, when it got brought up, no, it was like second episode in when they finally went down together. When he brought it up and he was like, yeah, so I went down here. And he goes, didn't we promise each other that we were going to come down here together? And I was like,
"Ugh, my heart.
That
oh my
broke
gosh.
me. That
I was like, I didn't know.
broke me.
You could see how hurt he was. He was just like, dude, like,
he was
I really
pissed.
thought that we were just gonna do this together. Like, this was a very big moment for us, you know, coming down into the basement. You kind of took that. And I could tell that Sam was like upset with himself for doing it. And he literally said, he was like, I don't know why I did it. I just went, I just did it. He's like, nothing happened. And it's like, I don't care that nothing happened. You still went down to the basement without me. And
Yep.
also, dang, you got some balls. What made
Yeah.
you think that it was safe for you to go down into the basement by yourself
Yeah.
without a phone and without any camera?
In the dark.
Well,
In
he
the
did
dark.
say he wanted to get thrown across the room. Or he
Yes,
just did
he
it
did.
for content and he needed a plot twist. But I don't know
Yeah,
because Colby looked really hurt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say overall, my opinion on this is that I want to believe Cody and Satori. I want to believe that they actually had these things because I also am obsessed with Sam and Colby. And so I, of course, want to 100% believe them. I don't know if you guys can hear my child. She's laughing in the background, screaming downstairs. You can hear her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's in a screaming phase right now where she just goes "Ah," over and over again. But my thing is like I love Sam and Colby. I want to believe them, and the fact that they haven't made a statement about it does kind of rub me the wrong way. Same thing with Cody and Satori not making a statement. So for me personally, I'm gonna say that it's not fully debunked yet, because also the amount of information that was given from Cody and Satori is kind of intense. So I think that they knew too much and there was too much of like more specifics in the conversation, but also again there was still very generalized things as well. So I think I'm in between right now. I'm more like I love the series so much and I love Sam and Colby that I could care less what Cody and Satori do. Like I just really do love Sam and Colby.
Yeah. I love paranormal anything. Like I grew up loving all of that stuff. And with this being a new method and everything, and then people trying to debunk it, I am a person, I have to see it to believe it. I have to physically be there to see it and believe it. Like I've witnessed things, and I feel like you guys even witnessed things that you know, no matter what, there's another side.
I worked
There's
at Slaughterhouse.
You did.
Yes. Yes.
There, like paranormal is ghosts. I totally 1000% believe that. This new method, I'm kind of with you on that.
It's like there, but it's like also not. I can see
When
both
you-
sides.
When you first watch it, you're in shock. Like
Yeah.
you 1000% believe it right away. But once you start thinking of it, think about it, and then all people saying about the hammer toe and everything, there is speculation. There's
Mhm.
a lot. So I'm 50-50.
I think that's where
I think, sadly,
I'm
am I
heartbroken.
am I leaning towards that I don't think it's real? A little bit. A little
I'm
bit.
heartbroken.
But I need to see it for myself.
That's how I am too. Like, I can't take anything away from their experience, and I'm sure in the moment it was intense and they believed it 100%. But if I'm not there, it's like I need to be there. Sam and Colby, take us to the Conjuring house.
Please,
Exactly.
please.
That's our goal. That's
Our goal is to be with Sam and Colby on an investigation of
or
any
even
sort.
have them on here. Like,
Just
come on.
at all.
Like, it must be interesting
gosh.
being from the other side to where they were actually in there and experienced it and heard the knocking from everywhere around them and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas being a viewer and seeing all this come out, it's like, like it's so
Yeah.
hard to understand if you're not in that situation.
Mhm.
So I can see it from both sides. And there's part of me that wants to believe it, but there's another part of me that's like, oh, look at all this information
Yeah.
coming out and all the video proves. So it's just like hard. Even if it wasn't real, I mean, it was entertaining and
Yeah,
they were
it
in movie
was. It was
theaters.
such a good
So
series. It was so good. Even if it wasn't real, it's still a thrill. Like it is like
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
horror movies are not real, but like that was such a thrill. It was so good. Okay. Do we want to end off with a group question? Sure. Okay. Everyone, you are going to say your favorite color, your favorite animal. We're just going to go with some stupid stuff. Favorite color, favorite animal, and favorite makeup brand. For those of you who don't know, all three of us are known on TikTok for our makeup looks. I just retired way earlier than them too. They're both back on there. I'm not.
I'll go.
I got too much going on. So I'll go first. Favorite color is definitely like rose gold, or there's this color called Beetlejuice. Look it up. It's my favorite. And then my favorite animal is a squirrel. Oh, I'm not gonna show my foot. That's foot fetish. I have one on my foot. I have a squirrel on my foot because I love squirrels so much. I really did. No, I'll be selling those on Foot Finder. Yes, please. I need some money. But yeah, so favorite animal is a squirrel, and then my favorite makeup brand. I even asked this question. Why did I do that? I will say I think Rare Beauty and Fenty Beauty. Because I love Rare Beauty because it's so simple and so beautiful and so sleek. And then Fenty Beauty is just, I love Rihanna.
I'm a Sagittarius, so we don't have favorites, but my 3 favorite colors are yellow, green, purple in that order. And my 2 favorite animals are cheetahs and koala bears. My life dream is to go to Australia and hold a koala bear. Oh, and cows. I forgot. Favorite makeup, Elf, because I'm broke girly.
Elf.
Oh, and Mayron body paints all the way.
I love Elf and I love Mayron.
Damn.
I agree.
Okay, so favorite color is yellow and black. More like a sunflower yellow. Favorite animal, a pig and a dolphin. I love those. I love them.
You were a dolphin girl growing up. How much you want to bet that Dani was a horse girl?
Horse and turtles.
Yep, horse girl. I was a dolphin girl as well. You're either a dolphin girl or a horse girl, and I was a dolphin.
I love
Go
dolphins.
for it.
And my favorite makeup brand. I can't just pick one.
I'm betting it's ColourPop.
I'm gonna pick 3. I'm gonna pick Mayron for body paints because Mayron, oh my god, they also make SFX stuff and they have really good stuff. Like,
I have all of them.
Their paints, everything, it works like a dream. Rare Beauty. And yeah, ColourPop. I love
Told
ColourPop.
you. I knew it.
ColourPop.
So, thank you guys so much for listening to our very first episode of our podcast. We will be posting again next week. Yeah, thank you so much for listening, and you have been ghosted. See you next time.
Ooh.